notice he's played for 5 teams in the last 5 seasons.
And last season, Dalembert, a bit of a stopgap for Dallas. He faced his share of critiques from Coach Carlisle regarding conditioning Clark and focus.
In addition to that, somewhat turnover-prone too, Kevin. He can pick up careless fouls as well, but when you're an athletic 6'11" and can make free throws and finish around the basket, you'll always have a home in the NBA.
Hayward with the ball. Now Garnett defending. Goes up again. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Hayward.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
Snell, the pass to Mills, inside. Snell kicks to Mills. To the middle. And it's Evans missing. Boston leading by 4. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Dalembert dishes to Duncan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he shot 73% from the line last year. Fairly average in terms of where he stands in the league.
And Duncan drops them both.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
Here's Hayward. Can't get it to fall.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Celtics. They lead by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Josh, what do you need to do in the second half as a team to come away with this win tonight?
First 5 minutes is going to be big for us. We got to go out with the same intensity and energy that we did in the second quarter. We got to withstand it for 2 more quarters and hopefully come out with a win.
Josh, thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been one outstanding game from Manu Ginobili.
Well, the threes have been falling for him at a ridiculous rate. That first half was just amazing.
And when that's the case here in the second, I think he's just got to keep spraying and splashing them.
Nowitzki is out there with Ginobili. Then it's Garret Temple. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 10th in lowest turnovers per game, 11th in rebounding. And they were in the top half of the league in opponent field goal percentage as well.
I think the most impressive aspect of their team last year, Clark, was the few turnovers that they committed. In the top 10 in the league in terms of fewest turnovers per game. And that boded well for them. Anytime they took care of the basketball, they were extremely difficult to beat. And that became a big part of their identity.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown known here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Any consider him a genius-level coach. Of course, thanks. We'll see how he does. Wade kicks to Hayward. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Ginobili outside. He kicks it to Rondo. Dishes it to Temple. The 3. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Mills passes to Hayward. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. And Boston with the rebound. Rondo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Smith. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
Fades and shoots. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting, but Brad Stevens and the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself. He was well regarded in Boston. Despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for Nurkic. Wade dishes to Exum. Lets it go from 11. Buries the jump shot. Exum's got 6 points.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
And Coach Stevens enjoying great success in his 5 seasons as coach of the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, had a terrific, historic run. 2 consecutive trips to the NCAA title game. 2010 and 11, I had the privilege to be courtside calling those games. A 25-game win streak, one of the brightest minds in the game. And with a 6-year contract from the Celtics, they clearly believe in his abilities, as do I.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Hayward. Tries again. The shot will not go. And it's Boston the other way. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Exum kicks to Wade. That's good.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Outside for Rondo. Here's Temple. The rebound by Pekovic. Pekovic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Wade slams it in.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Ginobili kicks to Dalembert. Passes it to Nowitzki. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And it's Wade penetrating. And Boston with the rebound. Rondo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dalembert passes to Rondo. Ginobili with the 3. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And that's 15 points for Manu Ginobili. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Wade kicks to Smith. And yes, sir, that one drops. Nowitzki outside. And the shot is long.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. The Milwaukee Bucks go up against the Brooklyn Nets. It happens next Wednesday.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Tony Snell. Hayward out there with Evans. Then it's Austin, and it's Mills in at the point guard. Now the feed to Austin. The shot by Hayward, wide open. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Hayward's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Cleveland. Rondo dishes to Temple. His three-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Snell. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
See the way he times his passes so well? That's a great assist.
Boston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Inside, here's Rondo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And Steve, he looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but rebounding and passing as well as he ever has. Rondo, I think this year will be much more effective now that he's got some reps back on that knee.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Temple. Feeds it to Rondo, and it's Garnett at the elbow. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Mills. He's covered by Rondo. And Mills kicks to Evans. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Nurkic checked in for the Celtics. The Celtics with the lead. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so they foul intentionally.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Here's Hayward. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Well, Gordon Hayward unable to reach an agreement on a contract extension with the Utah Jazz last season. So instead, it played out in restricted free agency. A player with a lot of admirers around the league, and a big raise, certainly a given for him.
And for Hayward in a contract year, upping his rebounding and his passing rates, but his shooting numbers did take a dip.
I think that's the key for Hayward's future, Kevin. He's got to be very consistent from the perimeter to become an all-star. He's already such a terrific all-around player, but if he can be really solid from the perimeter and consistent, look out.
Out to Ibaka. It's stolen by Austin. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. And Ibaka shoves it in.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Ibaka against Hayward. Evans outside. Elbow shot is on the way. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Hayward again missing. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for the Celtics. Cleveland also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Austin. And Dwyane Wade subbed in for Tony Snell. Here's Wade. Pekovic trying to freeze it on in the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Duncan. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith is checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now, be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
All right, Doris. The Celtics making a switch here. Nowitzki's checked in.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end. But he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
And stolen by Hayward. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target from the wing. Celtics leading by 5. There's Nurkic. Soft touch off the glass.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, you know, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's Mills. Pass to Hayward. He dishes it to Mills. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
What a time for him to step up. A big 3 right there.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yep, basket here and pretty much wraps it up.
Ginobili left side. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The shot by Wade, wide open. It falls, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
No doubt about it. Wade has found the touch right now.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Defensive foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mills passes to Pekovic. The rebound by the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Wade with it. Pass to Hayward for 3. Rebounded by Temple. The drive by Rondo. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Tim Duncan. In a game that is won by such a narrow margin, Tim, how big of a part of this team's identity is playing in these situations and figuring out a way to win?
Huge. It's a huge part of it. We didn't lose our focus. We didn't panic. We just kind of kept on playing, and we're just kind of possession by possession, trying to get stops and push it right back at them.
Well done, Tim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.